Hello everyone, this is William Lockhart. My presentation is going to be on the K-Mini, a single-serve coffee maker by Keurig. I've had this coffee maker for about, I would say 6 months now, and I absolutely love it. It's a great little machine. And I'm going to walk you through some of the specifics on it and kind of how it works, anything you'll need to be successful with this brewer. To start off with, the K-Mini is marketed towards people that have really busy schedules. They're constantly working on something, they constantly have somewhere to go, they're always in a hurry, and don't really want to devote the time, especially in the mornings, to that traditional brewing method of disposing of the grounds, finding the grounds, getting the coffee filter ready, having the coffee filter possibly rip in half. So those issues are not present in the K-Mini. The K-Mini, it is used mostly just as a quick way to brew. You're going to be able to brew an insanely large amount of items with this brewer. The Keurig website has a huge selection to choose from anywhere from hot cocos, teas, coffees, specialty drinks like lattes. You can also use the brewer for hot water for oatmeal, hot cocos, macaroni, or any other food that uses hot water as an activator. Versus a traditional brewer, the K-Mini is much more compact. It's a lot easier to clean. The K-Cups are disposable, so you don't have to worry about those grounds like I was talking about. You're able to brew a lot more quickly. You have that huge variety of drinks that you don't with a traditional brewer, and it's more economical. The K-Mini and the K-Cups it uses are both made from partially recycled materials. Some of the features of the K-Cup, the K-Mini, is the K-Cup that it uses as an ingredient source. They are extremely easy to use. They're easy to pop down in place, and once you're done, they are very easy to remove, throw away, and there's really not a whole lot of cleaning that needs to be done there. The Keurig brews in less than 2 minutes with the press of just one button. The brew size is equivalent to the amount of water initially added, so however much water you add into the brewer is the amount of beverage that you're going to get out after it finishes its cycle. The brewer automatically powers on after you lift the handle. It automatically powers off following 90 seconds of inactivity, so it is very power efficient. It has a convenient rear cavity for the power cable to be stored in, so if you're going to store this brewer under the cabinet, you can easily pack it up and it's not going to take up that much space. The status indication light is also very helpful. It kind of lets you know what the brewer's doing, what stage of the process it's in. The K-Mini is very usable. It's a very user-friendly brewer. It has very large and easy to grasp handles both on the brewer head and the reservoir lid. As you can see, the brewing process is extremely simple. The brewer is very easy to clean with your removable drip tray, both being able to be cleaned and catching any liquid that might fall on the counter. The K-Cup basket that the actual K-Cup sits in is very easy to be taken out and cleaned. There also is descaling solution available at Keurig.com for removal of mineral buildup if you have very mineral saturated water at your home. The removal of the spent K-Cups is very easy. You just lift the brewer head and transfer the K-Cup to the trash can. The size of the brewer is 12 inches tall, but you will need about 16.8 inches of headroom for the brewer to be able to fully lift that brewer head. It's 4.5 inches wide, 11.3 inches deep, and weighs 4.6 pounds. The brewer uses a 120 volt power connection and just the standard United States 3-prong outlet. Here's some of the components of the K-Mini. You have your water pump and your air pump. The water pump is going to transfer water from the reservoir to the boiler, and the air pump is going to force that water out of the boiler through the K-cup and into your cup. The reservoir is what you initially pour your water into, and the boiler, sorry about that, and the boiler is what receives that water from the reservoir to heat it up to be ready to brew that drink. The drip tray is what prevents your spillages. The K-cup basket is the receptacle that the K-cup sits in. It has 2 needles, one on top, one on bottom. They're both hollow, so water can flow through those needles, through the K-cup, and into your mug. So they are dual purpose, very innovative design on Keurig's part. The brewer computer is what tells the brewer what it needs to be doing, what the components need to be doing. So it is kind of the orchestrator of the brewer and is what's responsible for everything getting done correctly. This is a little sketch that I did, just an illustration of the brewing process. You see that first the user is going to add their water into the reservoir. Second, after pressing that brew button, the air pump is going to pull that water down into the boiler. The boiler will heat that water, and then the air pump will kick in, forcing the water up into the brewer head through those needles and the K-cup down into your mug. So it's a fairly simple process. And that is the end of my presentation. You can ignore that link at the bottom. I was initially going to upload to Google Drive, but I am now going to try and upload to YouTube instead.